Ah, man, should have cleaned my visor before going. It is so dirty, holy crap. I don't think I can see anything. What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning on into the Evergreen Motovlog channel. Today, man, I cannot believe I'm finally able to say this. After months and years of waiting, I can finally say that I have had a chance to play Bethesda's new game, Starfield, and man, is there a lot to unpack here. Stick on around. I'm going to be giving my first impressions of the game, what I'm super excited about, what I'm not as excited about, and yeah, just my overall thoughts and critiques. Let's get into it. Man, Starfield, it's here. It's finally here. If you're into video games and you enjoy RPG, Bethesda type games, then you've probably been waiting for this game for a while. Man, I can't believe it's been so many years in the making. I believe they actually announced it back in like 2017 or something like that. So it's, it's been like 5-6 years, and they had to delay it a year. It's just been all kinds of crazy stuff going on, the acquisition by Xbox, all this stuff, but it's finally here. I saw a comment somewhere, somebody even said, we finally made it. Congratulations everybody, we're all alive and Starfield is here. So I'm going to take a ride on the Rebel 500. I know that this is traditionally a motorcycle channel, but I love video games, I love sports, I love all kinds of stuff, so I'm going to be talking about things that are relevant in my life. And yeah, this is the Evergreen Motovlog channel. I'm going to go ahead and just, get into the video. All right, so Starfield. Man, like I said, I can't believe it's finally here. It's so crazy. I've been waiting for this game for so long, and like, I don't play a ton of video games. I play a decent amount. I go through phases in life. So I'm more of like a casual gamer, but I love Bethesda games. They're like my favorite type of video game. And so I'm a huge fan of Fallout and Skyrim and all that stuff. I played those games all the way through, for the most part. And was really excited for Starfield because it took my favorite video game type, a Bethesda game, and it merged it with my favorite like science fiction genre, which is space and space exploration and the future of space and all that kind of stuff. So I've had the opportunity to play Starfield. I've got about 10 hours into the game, so this is more of a first impressions type video. I did get the premium edition, so it's like 5 days early access, so taking a little bit of time out of my gameplay to get on the Rebel 500. Can't forget about motorcycles completely on the weekend. And yeah, talk about Starfield a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and save my first impression thoughts to the end of this video, but first up, I'm just going to talk a little bit about, some of the things that I think are really cool and some of the things that I've enjoyed so far. So yeah, so far I think it's been a really good game. Like I said, I've only had about 10 hours into the game, but so far it has not disappointed me. I mean, it's really delivered on pretty much everything Bethesda said it would deliver on. There's definitely some really cool space battles. There's, a lot of exploration. I mean, it's insane to me that there's so many worlds that you can go. And I'm going to do my best to try not to do any kind of like story spoilers or anything like that. But if you're trying to play the game and you haven't had a chance to get your hands on it, maybe just beware in case I do accidentally say something that I, might not realize I'm spoiling for anybody. But yeah, no, it's been really fun. You really jump into the quest right away, and there's so many quests. Like, I know in these types of games there's generally lots of side quests, but man, I feel like the quest line is just really building up super quick, and I feel like there's no shortage of things to do. I'm almost overwhelmed. And even 10 hours into the game, I haven't really been able to focus a lot on the crafting and building aspects yet, and they're kind of a little intimidating if I'm being honest. There's really a lot going on there, and you can really tell that Bethesda put a lot of time and effort into these crafting systems and just how they want the overall game to feel and play. So I kind of get the feeling like I need to work through some quests first for a little while and then kind of see where I end up. with the crafting and everything. So I'm really excited for that, though. One of my favorite things about Fallout 4 was the settlement building, and I spent a lot of time doing settlement building stuff. So some of the things I'm extremely excited about is the exploration of the game. I'm excited for the crafting. I'm excited to see where this quest, where the storyline goes, and really just kind of overall looking forward to getting into the meat and potatoes of it, and you know, really putting some hours into the game to see how it goes. Some of the things that I'm maybe not as excited about, you know, just to kind of go over that a little bit, I would say relate to some of the overall design of the game. I feel like some of the menus and the maps and the way that you like jump between planets and different things like that, just kind of starting off are a little bit clunky, and again, it's just all really overwhelming. So maybe as time goes on, I'll have the chance to really get past some of those things. But I just kind of felt like, you know, some other games that have space genres do a little bit better when it comes to the different maps and selecting destinations and different things like that. I mean, it's not unplayable by any means, but I just kind of felt like maybe that was something that I would say is a critique a little bit, and I'm a little bit less excited about trying to deal with all that down the road if it gets a little bit monotonous or annoying. And I do kind of feel like there's a lot of dialogue, which you would think would be a really great thing, and I do think it's a really great thing, but I've noticed that sometimes I feel like I'll go do a quest, and I feel like there's almost more dialogue than there is action, and I don't know, I kind of like a healthy balance between the two. So we'll see how things go and evolve as I get, like I said, as I get farther into the story and get more comfortable and familiar with things. When Bethesda released the amount of lines, I think it was like something crazy where like Skyrim had like 60,000 lines, Fallout had like 80,000, and like Starfield had like 150,000 lines of dialogue or something crazy like that. I don't think my numbers are totally accurate, but it was a huge jump. And so in my mind, I thought that meant, you know, that there was just going to be a significant amount of more content, which there is. But so far in the first 10 hours of playing, I've also felt like some of these dialogue interchanges either go a little bit too long. It's not a problem, like I do like the dialogue and the interaction, but there's been a few instances where somebody will sit there and talk to me for like a while, and at the end of it, it was just like not really anything useful for the game, and kind of felt a little bit like a waste of time. Anyway, I mean, again, not a huge deal, not something that's a huge critique or anything like that, but just I'm trying to kind of get my first impressions and thoughts out as this game is just getting going and everything. So yeah, overall, I am really blown away with the game. I think it's massive, and I don't think there's really a great way to articulate it without actually just getting in and sitting down and watching the game and playing it. So I encourage you, if you've never played a Bethesda game, I think this one might feel a little daunting, but I think it's going to be a ton of fun to try to learn and navigate. There's so many different dimensions. You know, there's giant cities, there's different worlds. Crafting has been taken to a whole new level. Spaceship building and crews and all kinds of cool stuff that I'm super excited to dive into more. So I think that's like, as my first impressions, I'm like, man, there's so much stuff. It's almost too intimidating, but it's not, because I know that once I learn how to be more efficient in the game, then I think that it's just going to be an unlimited amount of stuff to explore and to enjoy and just have a ton of fun with. So yeah, overall, my first impressions of the game are super good. I'm really enjoying it. I can't stop thinking about it, honestly, and I'm really glad I decided to spring the extra $30 and get the premium edition so that I could play it a few days early and enjoy it this weekend. But leave a comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are of Starfield, if you like video games, and if you don't like those particular RPG type video games, I want to hear what kind of video games you do like. A healthy amount of video games can really be a good benefit to your life. I think it's got some kind of similarities with riding a motorcycle because it allows you to escape. Motorcycles are a great way to escape some life things and stresses and just get out and ride, and so video games are a great way to do that. And honestly, unfortunately, because I live in the Pacific Northwest, I do have to do that a lot instead of riding motorcycles in the winter time because the weather's too crappy. But yeah, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you're most excited for with Starfield, and if you're not into Starfield, what other video games you're excited for. And if you don't like video games, just let me know what other kind of hobbies you like and different things. You know, enjoy having conversations with y'all. Overall, like I mentioned, just kind of my final closing thoughts. Really excited for Starfield. Can't wait to get into the game more. My first impressions of it are super good. It's not too overwhelming to its detriment, and so I think there's gonna be a lot of great fun things to explore and do with the game. That's gonna do it for today's video. I don't have a ton because like I said, I'm trying not to spoil it for anybody, and I've only got 10 hours into the game, so I'm really just getting my first thoughts, my first impressions, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, let me know if you want to see other vlogs on the channel where I get on a motorcycle and talk about something different, like video games or, you know, anything. Let me know if you're excited for Starfield, and if you've had a chance to play it, what your thoughts are and your impressions and all that good stuff. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And this is the Evergreen Motovlog channel, reminding y'all to ride safe out there, mind your surroundings, enjoy video games, enjoy your hobbies, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace!